but it's not quite the Pulsar EDS that we were anticipating for today. We have got Little Baloo on the field here in place of LXS, which it's gonna be interesting because for one thing, as a caster, I love the fact that Alexit and LXS are on the same team. That's gonna be great. Honestly, we just need Econ to change names somehow to just Econ S or something like that, just to complete the trifecta. I really want a team full of names that are barely indistinguishable from each other, which would be great. But I'm very excited for both of these teams. I can't really contain that. I think that these two rosters are ones you're definitely going to see duking it out come spring for qualification spots if they get it together. But I think the one thing I'm looking for here, and let me know if I can fix anything on the production end, by the way, I think we should be solid. But if anything seems whack, just let me know, and we'll iron out those details as soon as possible. I'm really curious about this Roehampton roster and how it's going to work out, because I feel like the storyline all last season, and you know, I'll partially take the blame for parading this storyline so fervently, was that Yotam in an interview was talking about how he plays a very grounded style and he kind of feels like it brings his teammates down to that same level. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it changes the playstyle of Roehampton. And I'm curious whether or not Risen and Arrow will preserve that sort of feel for Roehampton. Meanwhile, you know, on the other side, you look at this Pulsar EDS roster and you think, okay, Econ and Alexit, like what are we doing here? They're just gonna... Now, granted, it's not the only roster with some big names that are just kind of walking on here to the university scene and saying, hey, maybe we can just take this for ourselves. There's a roster we're not seeing tonight that, oh boy, if you haven't heard of them being in the competition, of them being at this level, nice. Oh, okay, I see it. Set play from Roehampton, big save from the sub coming in, counterattack. Little shaky here for Roehampton, but I love that sequence. That's some good stuff. There is another roster, and I'm sure some people who have seen the roster signed up for the open qualifiers will know who I'm talking about. But there are 3 names under one university that I don't think anybody really wants to go up against too early. It's not going to be a fun time for them. Fun time for the team that I'm referring to, absolutely. Oy! Okay. All right, we move on. Surely they don't score off of this, though. Okay, cool. We're good. We're chilling. We're chilling. First game jitters. Getting them out of the way. I like what I'm seeing, though. Name them, then? But what if I kept it a secret? What if I kept it a secret? The worst kept secret, because you can go on the start page. I'm pretty sure the teams are publicly available. Yotam. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Again, it's Yotam's wheelhouse. These low challenges, just kind of wants to force as many low plays as possible. It works. It's just a formula that you can count on. But I'm liking what I'm seeing thus far. And we've got a whole best of 7 between these teams too, which is great. Fantastic. If you are curious, though, of the team that I'm referring to, last season we had a fun little Italian university walk onto the scene, make some waves, you know, have some decent shouts in the wild card spaces, try to get back into the swing in the main event. They always fell just a bit too short. But now, with Arju, Hyder, and Dead Monster, I don't think they're going to be too worried about a whole lot. So that's a roster I'm definitely waiting to see. Want to see what Dr. Boomin can continue to do as well, because obviously they're back for more. I'm sure they'll be hungry. There's plenty on the table. Roehampton! Sneaky little grab trying to take game one away here. I like it. Again, it's another like catch collect for Roehampton as well. Like you can't really say that that's the low challenge play. And I could be skipping some of these goals as well. I don't mean to watch every replay, but can't be too upset with it right now. Again, this is I don't know how much time EDS spent warming up with Baloo rather than LXS. And I'm not really sure what the dynamic change is like. Obviously, sometimes, you know, some teams with a substitute, the dynamic will shift a whole lot. There might be a bit of a skill discrepancy and whatnot, but for the most part, Roehampton are holding up pretty well. And I think that's good. Again, this is a show match. Not a whole lot to read into in terms of what the actual competition will look like, but hey, open qualifiers for winter start very, very soon. This Thursday. Ooh, Yotam wanted it. Again, though, another little stack at the bottom of the box. Second player from Roehampton gets to it very fast. Yeah, you know what? Have one then. Fair enough. I'm not skipping this replay. Really nice shot from Arrow. Love that. Closing time of the game, it doesn't matter a whole lot, but still, it's something you love to see. So game one going the way of Roehampton. Great look for them. Seen a little bit of everything, which is nice. Curious how other people are feeling too about the rosters that we know, the rosters that we don't. Obviously, you know, with the addition of a bunch of new rosters, new faces, at least as far as the university scene is concerned, you know, we've lost a few as well. The dynamic will definitely change. That's questionably on the ground. With 4 goals of difference, it's not gonna make that much of a change. Still though, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Everybody gets involved, which is cool. EDS just kind of feel like they need to click into it a little bit more. But even then, they don't really look bad by any stretch. I think it's just you play a dangerous game when you invite Roehampton into the bottom of the box and try and play that slow defensive roll out. And I think that's exactly where, like I said, that's where Yotam wants to be. Because it is where Yotam wants to be. And it doesn't look like Arrow or Risen are really too keen on bucking that trend. Which again, you know, if we're going to sit here and say, well, I am going to sit here and I am going to say that, you know, the UK should consider themselves having a decent shout to make it to the World Championship this year. I know we're very far out, but even last season with teams like Exeter, like I won't lie, I was very big on the Exeter hype train. I absolutely was. And we would always talk about them in the context of, you know, oh, Exeter are playing fantastic defense. It's really hard for teams to be able to score past them. But it never really, like, we'd always talk to, you know, we'd always talk to Pads and we'd always talk to Misery, and they'd always say, you know, it's not really us thinking about playing defense all the time. It's just playing the game however it comes natural to us. So I don't know. There's only so deep that you can read into this game before you have to listen to everybody on Twitter say, you know, it's not that deep. Just hit ball, go in goal, you win game. But at the same time, it's like if you keep... Ooh, what happened there? I was going to say, if you keep feeding Roehampton the chances that they want, fair enough. Econ just kind of quick touch back. Ooh, 2 big stutters from Risen. Unfortunate. But it is what it is. Birmingham will make it. You gotta start on that copium sometime. Exeter was a good team. Shame they didn't make Worlds. I was a bit upset too. I understand why it fell through, but I would have been very happy to see Exeter make it through last season. I think they certainly played well in plenty of contexts where it wasn't quite expected for them to do so. We don't know why LXS is not here for the time being, Madge. So we're rocking with Baloo. Straight out of the Jungle Book. Alexit, straight off the ceiling. Oh my. Absolutely stretching for every bit of that double. Subzen, Defsy, Local Banana, welcome on in. Come on, I want to see... Okay. I wanted to see it and I almost did. I know this EDS squad has what it takes. Like, it's... Again, it's sort of like that name placebo where you see players, you know what they're capable of. You could say the same about Roehampton. You really can. And again, this is only a show match. Don't read that deep into it. They're just messing about. Doesn't actually matter, but, you know, Open Qual 1 is on Thursday. Granted, you know, the first Open Qualifier is going to be pretty stacked. You've got, I mean, you look at all the teams signed up for Open Qual 1. You know it's going to be an absolute slugfest. But honestly, that's kind of what I want to see. I don't really want to wait until spring to find out, like, the true hidden power. Because, again, North America has made... It seems like they've made so many changes. Granted, not all of them have been productive changes. But they certainly look like they've got a chip on their shoulder about dropping the title to Dr. Boomin. So, you know, kind of this quick response, this quick convincing of teams being solid right now, I think is what we need. And right now, the fact that Roehampton at least somewhat have a pretty firm grasp of this, despite the fact that, you know, it's Baloo rather than LXS, which again, don't have a perfect metric of how much of a difference that makes for this team. Baloo, just take the easy shot. There you go. Fair enough. Get it done. Every team is so good now. It's certainly getting to the point where teams are really, like, I mean, it almost, in a way, like, I know it's maybe not the same level of region changing as RLCS. I mean, you could consider, you know, obviously Calyx going to Maryville, Polar going to Nichols, plenty of other cross-region transfers out there. Again, maybe not to the volume of RLCS, because now RLCS has, what, NAS and Jorias are coming to North America. Like, at the same time, it's starting to feel like this esport is shifting more to the mentality of those other tier 1 esports where, you know, regions aren't really the biggest factor. Like, regions where you're from. Nice one from Yotam there. Regions where you're from aren't really the largest factor. It's more so, you know, where you think you can make the best team and where you think you have the best shot of making it to the top. So, you know. Defsy's got one diamond player and a GC1. You already know we're going to win. That's a winning formula right now. Absolutely winning formula. Unless you're from NA. Imagine being from NA. I can't even begin to imagine being from NA. It's gross. Okay. Another goal. Fair enough. Arrow, what even happened here? Just a miss, a jump like way too early. Yeah, a little bump party. That's fun. Oy. Baloo, though, do something. Alexit with a challenge. Could be Roehampton 2-0. Still a pretty good look. Closer game, to be sure. Ooh. Okay. You know what? I don't hate this from Roehampton. Wow. Okay, what a touch. I just feel like nobody's thinking of it. Fair enough. Yeah, but no, I agree with you. CRL over RLCS. It's like, it's kind of, okay, this is me making a very American comparison, right? But American football, not referring to actual football because I have a brain. American football, everybody pays attention to the professional side and like watches so much professional American football, but not enough people watch collegiate American football. And like 9 times out of 10, it's just so much more entertaining. Like there's some great things that happen in professional American football, don't get me wrong, but collegiate has so much to it and nobody pays it any mind, which is just a travesty. But the same, I feel like you could draw the same kind of parallel with CRL, which is like there's so much more like these schools. Fair enough, get one for the road. It's still a Roehampton game too, but these schools that just keep the same players for the most part over the course of semesters, try and make these championship runs and whatnot, it gives you more of like a team sense and a school sense. Like instead of, you know, saying that you're a fan of, you know, insert random professional organization and then they sign one of your least favorite pros and you're like, oh, well, I don't know, you know, I'm a team supporter, but and you get into this like weird gray area, but I don't know. I just think it's very respectable in that regard. I end up enjoying collegiate matches a bit more. Well, I guess to each their own. Like there's definitely aspects of pro play that are just fantastic to see. You can't really beat that LAN environment as well. But collegiate will get there, I believe. Just got to keep powering through. And I have hope. That's my hopium, my copium. Is that collegiate will get there. It would be insane. Playing in an arena that's not, you know, a portion of DreamHack. Not that that's bad. You know, I just think could get bigger. It's 2-0 to Roehampton. I'm trying not to... I'm not mentally writing this one off. I'm just trying to picture... I'm trying to get, like, enough of the grasp on EDS's approach right now. It feels very calculated, feels very, you know, one attack at a time type deal. I think Roehampton, at least in my mind, they know that and they want to try and push this. Like, again, it's another awkward ball sent close enough to the target that it makes EDS kind of make a snap decision. And their snaps haven't been the best. That's a good robbery, though. Fair enough, though. Considering working in collegiate esports. Aren't you up at... Local, remind me, are you up at Champlain? Is that where you are? I don't know why I can't remember the name for the life of me right now. But I know I've seen your tweets. Or sorry, posts on X. I should be correct about that. You know? Interning at Champlain. How have you been enjoying that? Hopefully well. I know you have to be in North America and all that, you know, which coming from me is... It's not everything, but, you know. I still need to make it over to Europe. Big confession. I know people are gonna flame me for that. I still need to make it over. But I want to do so soon. Very, very soon, hopefully. Halfway through. Still scoreless. Still feels like Roehampton are on the ball. Nice demo. Nice one. Good run there by Yotam. Again, the low play. Just out of the corner. It's not a great first touch. Oh, bump Baloo as well. Solid play. Again, like, if that's going to be the play style, if they're just going to try and go scrappy about this, keep it low, and anything but slow, I can really see that working out for Roehampton. But at the same time, it's like... Yeah, I don't know. I get like the game's not that deep, you know, just put the ball in the net. I keep saying that over and over, but my analyst brain is just thinking like if that's Roehampton's game plan and they don't mix it up from there, sooner or later I feel like teams can figure it out. I feel like this EDS team especially can just take a little bit of time to try and counter it. Teams like Genoa as well. Genoa are gonna go crazy. I'm not seeing that wrong, by the way, am I? Signed up on Start, Genoa's roster of Arju, Hyder, and Dead Monster. Which is gonna be fun. I think that'll be entertaining. Bit too much going on, which is unfortunate. Truly. But I'm glad you're having fun. Who's on Boomin' roster? I'm pretty sure it's the same. I think they stuck. Right? I think there's just another team from Hanover. So I'm trying to remember who that is. Where are they? Are they signed up? University Esports Hanover is Nukes, Hunter, and Rabba. Nukes, Hunter, and Rabba. Also, sorry, I'm alt-tabbing a little bit to check those start rosters. But Boomin's stuck. I see Zeto, Fabzo, and Sai all on there. And then Berlin. Are Berlin playing? Berlin are not currently signed up for Open Qual 1. The only other one I'm thinking of right now, there are a couple others that's stuck. Yeah, so. Yeah, exactly. They're completely separate. I meant Hanover as in, yeah, that's what I had. Sorry if there was confusion there. I meant another roster from Hanover, not from the same university, just from the location. So. Signed up for Uniliga with same roster, but not UR yet. Interesting. Okay. Almost. Roehampton dropping a game. I cry. It's so Jover. Oh, wait, never mind. Risen, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Oh! Almost. Close one. That would have been nice. But all good things must not happen at certain points in time. But on the bright side, more Rocket League. And more Rocket League is always good. So, no complaints from me. What's happening here? My H key is broken? Oh, no, it's not. Interesting. But yeah, I'm trying to remember all the rosters that I saw. Obviously, new Pesto with Arju, Hyder, and Dead Monster. New Portsmouth just dropped. See how they are. I know Twente's there. I'm trying to remember off the top of my mind without alt-tabbing again. But there's a whole bunch of... Yeah, they, who do they have signed up? Oh, Exeter signed up too. I see Pads of Misery here with Tinny. Esports Team Twente have Dej, Visper, Robert, and Krabby Patty. Zagreb look decent. Dread, Swizz, Noah, Zuki. UEA signed up on here. Alpha AU, obviously, in Eelcastle. What other names do I remember from last season? Got a team for Southampton. OVGU. OSGG. OSGG looks like same roster. Rian, Levo, and Starptoa. Nottingham Trent are the Trent Titans this time. That's Haz's team, that's right. LDV's here. Wuppertal have Pascal and Godshift signed up. Setsu obviously playing with Panda rather than solo. Birmingham, of course, which we'll see later. We've got J-Ron, Aney, and Sane signed up for Doran's. So we've got a decent amount of returning cast, I'd say. It'd be the biggest storyline if Birmingham become the UK team to make Worlds this year. That would go kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be pretty excited. Second goal? There it is. But just think, Madge, if you make Worlds, we get endless Birmingham updates. Like it never stops. You would have so much power in that moment. That alone should be insane motivation. All right, now we're getting the series. Now we are getting the series of all time. Birmingham is Madge, Raven, and Saria. Am I saying Saria right, by the way? I'm adding like an extra syllable there, and I'm not sure, but now we're getting started. Saria, gotcha. I'm glad I asked. Making Worlds 100%. That's what I love to hear. That's the level of confidence that I want to hear right now. Okay. I want to watch this a bit more intently. I haven't been doing my due diligence. Well, we're starting to get into it now. And I have a sneaking suspicion. That it's because EDS are elevating the ball. Yep. Cereal? Good. I'll stick with that one. That's definitely right. NSE admins constantly spell my name wrong. Nice. I mean, personally, as Galgan, I always play the name of how wildly is this person that I've just met going to mispronounce my name. I'd never blame them for it, because I would be wild to do so. But that definitely happens really, really often. So. Also, Finchy defending himself in the Twitch chat. Let's see how that one works out for him. Alright. Another low ball. Blocked away. Do it to him. Do it to him. Nope. Guild decal trying to power through right now. Yep, I'm starting to see it just a little bit. Okay, fair enough. Also, are we settled on Econ, by the way, rather than Econ? I believe it's Econ. Roehampton's still in this. Absolutely still in this. I feel like it's just the transition, like all it is just the transition defense for EDS right now that needs to step up just a little bit. Because again, it's the symptomatic, you know, 2 misses and then you have to get scored on. Oh! Risen, tough spot. I don't know about... Okay. Nice response by Risen, though. The defense is definitely making it, though. For Roehampton right now. Old. Attempt number 2. Can't find it. Baloo with the catch. Okay. Pretty lucky, but it's alright. You got 20 seconds. Nice little pass to Arrow. Close. Really, really close. Trying it again off the ceiling. Yotem's in a really good spot there. Risen's up next. Arrow. Tough ball. He had to fade away for that one. That's still not a horrible place for it to be at 0. But Arrow got outpaced. Yeah, fair enough. 2-2. Good series here. I like this. I like this a lot. It doesn't feel like EDS. It doesn't feel like EDS are being hampered by a sub right now. So we'd be holding for some lag. Gonna make sure it gets sorted out for Blue there. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from both sides. It's interesting. So let me do the math while we're here. 3 saves for Roehampton. 2, 7, 9 shots. They score 3. So that's 3 saved and then 3 unaccounted for. Which again, I'd have to like think back. There were a couple times like early on where Pulsar just took, 2 shots in quick succession and both were off the posts. So again, you can't read very deep into that, but something to think about, I guess. 6 shots for Roehampton, they convert 2, they get 1 saved away. So same situation, 3 of them unaccounted for. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But hey, 2-2. You know what I say? More Rocket League is always good. And that's what we're getting. A reminder as well, we have 2 more matches after this one. 2 more show matches. Obviously, coming up right after this, we have got Birmingham in their much, much awaited public statement of sorts in a show match. Mads, Raven, and Surya. Going up against AP Esports, I can presume it's Spider, Peaky, and Pacey. But it might be Esgod in place of Pacey, if anybody knows. And then we've got Alpha AU versus the Eel Castle Gamers after that one. At 10 p.m. CET. Esgod, welcome on in. Also, sorry for disabling the alert box. I just figured it was going to be very intrusive. We've got LXS! Wow! A mid-series substitution for the main roster player and an impact made 3 minutes into the game. Fair enough. Move the chat box up. Esgod not playing. Didn't know we had the show match. Fair enough. All good. So I can assume, or presume, I guess whichever is the correct word in this given instance, we'll be seeing Spider, Peaky, and Pacey for the side of AP Esports. So it's LXS making an appearance here to try and continue the little run of momentum. That was a sneaky shot there from Yotam, just hiding behind the ball. Always answer when I hear my calling. Glad to know that you are omnipotent. I'll be referring to that over the course of the season. Now it's free. We're just waiting for the this is the power gain. I mean, honestly, Baloo was having a pretty good time out there. So I don't know. I think this is, like, again, it's a show match. Don't believe everything you see. But if we react to it right now, EDS are winning the entire thing. They're going crazy. 4-person roster. Let's go. We get to have that conversation again. I'm sure everybody loves that one of 4-person rosters. I just remember all of the discourse that happened like a year ago where people were talking about 4-person rosters on Twitter, and all of these like analysts and everything are just like, it could work, but there'd probably be a little bit of infighting, or like people would, be a little sad to think like they're 3rd person at best on this 4-person roster. Meanwhile, all the players are like, oh my god, it doesn't matter. But it's all in good fun. Response for Risen. 2 minutes into the game. 2 minutes after the first goal. On the dot, actually. Arrow with a nice pass. Arrow seems to be pretty keen to go up for those. I've seen Arrow at the back wall really comfortable a whole lot. So. Baloo, thank you for the follow as well. Much appreciated and well played in your 4 games. I say 4-person roster and all of Amsterdam just huh? Huh? Absolutely scarred by that discourse. Just couldn't stop talking about it. Okay. Oh, Risen. Right place, right time. Denied it. Sad for EDS, but I don't think they're too phased. I wouldn't be surprised with ooh. The manager replaced LXS for 4 games, only GC1, that's why I was completely lost. Honestly, I didn't look it, to be fair. I think we always... Oh... That's the second time, I mean, it's tough, right? If I'm in that position, I'm absolutely not scoring, but, you know. That's Yotam with 2 chances to try and take the lead here for Roehampton. Good bump try. You gotta watch yourself here, though. You really bought a lot into that. Rightfully so. I don't think they can be too upset. Arrow's up again. So fast. Insane. Yeah, Baloo, I didn't think you looked that lost, to be honest. A lot of times we have these discussions at the beginning of the season where it's like how much of a potential downgrade is the sub coming in for the actual third. And I'm not trying to put anybody down. I thought it looked solid from you. So it was a tough start, sure, but I think that's how Roehampton wanted to roll, is to just try and get aggressive from the start. They certainly did, but you picked it up, so I don't think you have anything to be upset about, to be completely honest. And even right now, you know, not much looks too different here. LXS is certainly trying to get involved in a bit different of a way. It's not a bad way. But it does feel like you're waiting for the pieces to re-click right now. At the same time, I feel like EDS have been winning this game. Oh, that's a nice ball though for Arrow. Something's got to be done here. Demo and the challenge and the second. Econ is him, I guess. LXS, nothing. Out through the corner, Risen wants it. Econ block it. Go! If LXS somehow got that on a pinch. Oh, big one. Come on, Roehampton. 0-second merchants. Oh. Does Risen doesn't want to let that drop. No way. No way. Oh, dear. Oh, you should have let it drop. You. Whew. Hoo-wee. EDS almost put a dagger in game 5. And then the immediate floater at the start of OT. Oh, this is going way too long. Honestly, props for the clear. They bumped each other. But they still got it out. Wow. Oh! Econ. Pulling it off right now. LXS wants it, doesn't get it. Challenge over the top. Arrow's the only one home. LXS is exiting. Doesn't really look like they're going for a bump or anything of the sort right now. So Risen will have time in the corner. Center pass out. Yotam receiving 1-on-2. Still gets it. Backboard. Risen collects. Passes off to Arrow. Nice and slow. That's right what Roehampton want to do. Risen gets a free ball through on the challenge. Right back to LXS for a redirect. Yotam streaking forward. Bumped out of the air dribble. LXS called off as Econ has more power. Right to Arrow. Sent back off the ceiling. Has the read surely. No flip though. So it's blocked aside. Risen now far side. Econ saves away. Yeah, K3, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. Just wait till you hear about Genoa. If you haven't already heard about him. Nice one! Roehampton! Big steal of game 5. A UK team having ice? Huh? Beautiful play. I love that. Okay. We got ourselves a competition. Oh my. First game, by the way, of this series with first game of the series, by the way, with LXS on the pitch, and Roehampton still managed to take it. It goes to OT. So let's see if LXS can be a difference maker going into game 6 and really click. Yeah, yeah, Finchy got to it faster than I did. Arju, Dead Monster, and Hyder are Genoa this season. It's a shame we're not seeing them tonight, but my goodness, if that roster doesn't just, you know, it makes you feel. It really makes you feel like University Rocket League. So, that's gonna be great. I can't wait for that, honestly. So funny. All right, lads, we gotta wrap this series up. Sorry, the script says that Twitch is gonna force ads on my channel in 10 minutes. So I think a Roehampton 4-2 is in the cards. But I would also love a Game 7. I think a Game 7 would be fun. If we do get... Oh! Sorry, don't blame me, but I've got the Formula 1 Mexico Grand Prix on the TV on my side. So I may or may not be randomly reacting to that as I look over at it. Anyway. Game 6. I should do my due diligence here and focus up on this. But I feel like both teams have shown a lot. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel good about Roehampton right now. Call me crazy. Call me crazy, but I think Arrow is what this team needs right now. Risen and Yotam have been doing solid, but I feel like Roehampton just need to elevate their play a little bit more in a very literal sense. Like not elevate in terms of get better. Elevate in terms of get up in the air more and bring that kind of threat. And Arrow has looked confident as ever every single time in the air offensively. I don't think I've seen a moment where I've been unsure of what Arrow wants to do up high. Now, EDS had a lot of success when they elevated their offense against Roehampton here, but it feels like they haven't been able to do it as often as the series has gone on. They took games 3 and 4, but it's been a bit of a slow crawl at most points. Yeah, you could say that again, Sin. Arju, Dead Monster, Hyder, Barris, and Shuffleverse. Like, what are we doing? I just know that they're gonna slip in some random game 7 and everybody's gonna clown on Europe again. It's gonna be great. Oh, that wasn't actually the start of the... I got baited by the TV, by the way. That wasn't the start of the actual race. It starts at the top of the hour. Anyway. Halfway through, Roehampton might actually do it. Off the bar. Good stop by LXS. Arrow wants the back boost, so that's going to give LXS a bit of space. Follow through. Econ. Alexit wanted it, didn't find it. LXS takes it aside. I want to see possession control right now. Or just get a counter. Okay. Yep, that works too. Oh, okay. Alexit. Nope. Close. Dirty. Absolutely dirty. Nice save by Econ though. Yotam back. It's not been Yotam's series, I don't think. I don't think that's indicative of what we're gonna see for most of the season. But right now, Yotam just has had early success in this series with low balls and challenges, but now is trying to get up for some shots, try to find some passes, and it's just not happening entirely. That's a free one. So we're all square with 90 to go. 92, rather. Alexit just, Yotam caught out. Risen jumps, because Yotam probably called off the ball really early and Arrow just wasn't in the zone. Okay. Sit up now, lock in. Really, really bask in the glory for a moment. Yotam? Hesitated a bit too much. This is going to be a tough scene to get out of. You would think. You would perhaps consider? Crazy shot down. LXS once more. Econ back. Again, LXS first, Econ second. Alexit potentially third. Perhaps an established attacking order. It's not really that deep. It's just kind of how the rotation falls, but for the most part, they're kind of following it, so I don't know. Less than a minute to go. Yotam to the back wall. Big save. Not really. Save, more clear. Risen with a challenge. LXS, nice catch. Try to flick. Nope. Yotam's aggressive. You got to give Roehampton credit. They get to the ball quickly. They just want to control where it ends up a bit better. Risen got it to the bottom of the box, but nobody could get to that. Arrow's just kind of waiting back. Are they happy to play OT twice in a row? You would think. But this game, the previous game, the OT went to Roehampton, but the regulation time slightly favored EDS. This time around, I think the table's flipped. Oh, Arrow. Close. Alexit right back, though. Ooh! Yotam with a big save. These teams have had a lot of 0-second chances. That's what I really like from this high-level play. Roehampton with a chance to win the first show match of the night here in game number 6. Or else we're going to Champions Field. EDS yet to win a game this series with LXS on the field. It's a very small sample size, by the way. This is only the second game of this series that LXS has been here. Baloo, or Little Baloo, was here for the first 4 of the series, going 2 and 2. That's a clear ball through. Arrow wants it. Jumped too late. Yotam misses. Bumped away. Risen still has time to get to the ball. Makes you kind of wonder how safe EDS really felt. There's the breakaway. Yotam has pace and save 60 boost. So honestly, good on you. Felt the need to jump for that ball. Off the back wall, Arrow takes it out of harm's way. Econ center. Alexit picked off. Almost a breakaway, but LXS was waiting in the middle of the field. Yotam, not quite the touch. Arrow jumped. Risen now not going to get to that challenge against LXS, but Arrow has time. Arrow doesn't really have anybody upfield right now, but a beautiful challenge. Risen off the ceiling. That's it. Game, set, match. Roehampton gold. They stop the skid. They silence LXS. And they win this one 4-2. Really, really good stuff here from Roehampton. Very, very good stuff. It certainly felt like it was sliding towards EDS at the end of game number 4. But 2 overtimes in a row, mind you, in game 5 and 6.